Okay, Dr. Fraser and Mrs. Watson, their group, Quality, Tom Cridge, Fran Roddis, Effort, Will Hamilton, Catherine Walker, Improvement, Beth Wood. Other nominations, the girls of 13B1 for putting up with the boys, the really smart ones amongst you for asking questions which kept us running to reference books. This has not got a name on. Oh, it has. It's from Miss Wilkinson and Dr. Fraser. Will Hamilton, Smartest Dressed Student Award. Hannah with OG Do crossed out and the headphones. Perseverance for putting up with Dave Cuthbertson. Dave Stewart, Punctuality Award. What homework? Did you mean we had to do it for homework? Oh, I forgot that. Oh, I forgot to bring that. It's in my car. No, I haven't got my car. I'll bring it at lunchtime. I don't know which lunchtime. Richard Taylor, student who has come closest to causing Dr. Fraser to have to leave teaching profession. Daniel Woffington, most outrageous hair. Rosie Beckett, neatest handwriting, not. Tom Cridge, Professor Emeritus Award. Or, Miss, can I have my sandwiches lunch now? I've already done all the work. And I'll just add my bit, and know probably more than you can teach me. Beth Croston, Most Compassionate, Caring, Understanding Award for a treatment of Daniel. Hang on a minute, I think it might be ironic, folks. Woofy, if you don't stop clicking that bloody pen, I'm going to take it off you and shove it where the sun don't shine. Dave Cuthbertson, Most On The Ball Award. Have we done this yet, miss? Emma Galloway, I can't do it. Or rather, I'm not letting on that I can, in case you ask me any more questions. For art, Quality, Lauren Wardrobe, Effort, Ruth Richardson, and Improvement, Sarah Hoyle. From Miss Jones for English, for Grace Freeman, world record for being the slowest ever backpacker. From Geography, from Mrs. Ryder and Mr. Kingdom, Quality, Jess Clark, Effort, Lauren Bagshaw, Harriet Clark, Improvement, Michael Howe, Victoria Baker. That was Michael, by the way. And other nominations, Enthusiasm for the Subject, Dave Cuthbertson. Geographical Thinkers, Andrew Smedley and Jemima Dalton. From Mrs. Baker and Miss Wilkinson, Joe Abrams, Most Frequent Visitor to the Loo. Lucy Whitworth, Emily Robson, Most Improved. Michael Howe, Most Entertaining, in every possible way. Christy Skelton, Most Cheerful, Happy, Smiling Award. And less stressed by exams, then only a shopping expedition will do. For German, Quality, Harriet and Zoe. Effort, Kai. And Outstanding Improvement, Will Hepburn. Most likely to join the Berlin Philharmonic, Ben Stevenson. Most likely to be in a Kraftwerk tribute band, Ashley Davis and Sam Binstead. Most likely to pull rabbits out of hats, Sam Peace. For French, Effort, Kai and James Cronin. And James Cronin, Outstanding Resistance Against German Domination. From the Mrs. Roddis, Mrs. Allen English Group, Effort, Zoe Dexter and Katie Smith. Most likely to forget bags, Jack Johnson. Mrs. Clark and my group, Effort, everyone, lovely group all round. Best disappearing act, Tara Booley. Most disturbing grin, Will Hamilton. I really wish I knew what was on his mind most of the time. Only he does. From Mr. White to Mrs. Roddis, effort Ricky Lee, improvement Shalini. Last minute coursework award, Helen Orford, emailed at 3 AM on the day of the deadline. Would have been just about acceptable, but the first draft only came in 2 days before, also in the early hours. Most likely to be a future Tory party leader, James Bonsall. Stranded in the snow, Ellie Neal. Somehow managed to make it last for a term. Missing in action, Nat King. I'd question the action bit there. Recluse Award, Nina Hodgson. Every time she had to work on her own, she insisted on sitting in the cupboard by herself. Takes all sorts. From Mrs. Baker and Mr. Cook, quality Harriet Clark, effort Charlotte Stanley, and for being fantastic. Improvement Emily Neville, and Jack Beecroft for making everyone laugh. I think that's a positive comment. For chemistry for Mr. Cook and Mrs. Carney, outstanding quality George Aris and Will Hepburn, effort Reese, improvement Catherine Walker, and then others Lucy Redding for the art of noise and verbal contributions. And Dale Thompson, entertainment officer at the Big and Tall at Debenhams. Mr. Veron and Mr. Pollard, quality Peter Butler, effort Lucy Redding. Dr. Fraser and, Mr. Bates, who took over from Mrs. Frost, obviously. Quality Mark Isaacs and Hannah Ojidu. Effort Nadia. And improvement Lirone. Other nominations, 13C1 for putting up with Mr. Bates. And for working hard on a Friday afternoon. Whatever. Sociology, effort Nicole Curtis, and special nomination for Alex Banks for his dedication and devotion to feminism. Mrs. Hopkinson and Mr. Veron's maths group, quality Robin Turner, but with mentions to George, Rosie, Daniel and Robin together. Effort Ashley and Sam Bass, and improvement Lucy Whitworth, Lauren Walker, and Ben Dobbs gets a special best work avoidance strategies. And we're down to the last two, you'll be pleased to know. From Mrs. Stephaniuk in Law, quality Ricky Lee, and all the mock trial participants. Effort Charlotte Brown, Ollie Ray and Steph Daubney Yates. Improvement Mark Thompson. But always from a low baseline. That's from Mrs. Steph, that's not my own. Jonathan Brownson for commitment to causation. Lucy Redding for anger. Sam Peace for the time he managed to stay awake for a whole lesson. And for Amy, Olivia and Christy for the Friday they managed to make it to the lesson. Mr. Curry for saving me from having to teach Mark, Liam, Mark, Adam and Liam most on Wednesdays. I just need to check all were in the first 11 football team. Yeah, I think they were. Okay, and finally, from Mr. James and Mrs. Harrison, making Mrs. Harrison's Day Award goes to Ashley Davis, Sam Bass, Joe Broadbent, Piri Moore, Hayley Moore, and Ben Dobbs. And the BBB Award, Badminton Before Boltzmann Award, goes to Ben Dobbs. That's me for a minute. I'll see you a little bit later on.